the light on the wonderful things that
to recreate.
Hello, everyone. How you doing? Thank you for joining us once again at the Santa Cruz County School Superintendent's Office Educational Forum. This is an area where County School Superintendent Alfredo I. Velasquez wants to shine the light on the wonderful things that we're doing in our community here in Santa Cruz County. And today we have a wonderful program. Parents especially know this, but as we know, the kiddos have been locked up in the house pretty much all for an entire year now, whether it be online teaching or hybrid teaching. They've been in the house more than normal. So now that summer's coming up, we have a wonderful activities through our office that we're offering to the kiddos so you can get them out of the house and back to having some fun with their friends. And so we have some wonderful people with us today. I'm going to start off. We have Maya Donnelly, who's our Gear Up director, but also our summer camp organizer. We also have Evan Corey, who's in charge of our arts initiative today. Then we have Ted Huntington, Brenda Chavez, Hector Treto, Paula Schaefer, Manuel Felix, all with us today. And they're going to tell us about the awesome camps that they're going to offer our kiddos for the summer. So I'm going to turn it over to Maya. Maya, take it away. Tell us about your awesome camps.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us today. We wanted to spread the word about our summer camps and the fact that they are back. Last year, we were so disappointed that we had to cancel and not be able to provide these enrichment activities for our kids during the summer. And so this summer, we're taking extra precautions so that we can provide safe activities for kids so that they can come out and explore the arts, explore IT. They're going to explore robotics, explore character building and leadership activities, and social media as well. We have a lot of great offerings, and so we have some of our camp instructors with us today that are going to share a little bit about each camp. But I did want to let you know that we will be following all of the CDC guidelines, and we'll keep not only our instructors but all of the students and our office staff safe by doing temperature checks and symptom review, and we'll be wearing masks in all of our different locations. We will be distancing and making sure that we sanitize in between sessions and so on. So we pledge to be really safe and keep kids happy and coming back every day. And so our camps will be at a few different locations this summer. We will continue at the Santa Cruz Center, where we have been for the past few summers, with the exception of last year. And that is on Grand Avenue behind Walgreens in the Community College District. And we will also be down at Nogales Community Development across from the Bowman Senior Center. And we will also be at La Linea Art Studio. And so we're spreading ourselves out a little bit, and I think that it will be really beneficial to all of the kids and the instructors as well.
So Maya, real quick, there are 13 total camps. Is that how many there are?
13, yes,
Wow.
13. Record-breaking number of camps this summer. And we do have to keep the sessions limited. And so some of the camps where we have bigger spaces, we are taking 20 students per session. And then some of the smaller camps where we're in a little bit more enclosed areas or we're using manipulatives and so on, we're taking 10 kids per session. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Maya. So who are these people we got with us?
All right. So we'll just start going around and let each person kind of explain their camp a little bit. We'll start with Paula Schaefer and the Universe Within, our STEAM offering.
Great. Thanks, everyone. I'm really happy to be here today. As Maya said, our summer camp is called The Universe Within, and it's 30 hours of STEAM hands-on programming wrapped up in a world-building course. The module we're going to do is called Corrugated Headgear, and we teach science, math, and engineering in a really engaging way using visual arts, theater arts, and English language arts. So our summer camp is for students in grades 3 through 6, and they play the part of world builders, and they create a positive superhero character who tackles a major social or environmental issue in their world. It's their imagined world. So they're invested from the very first activity as they decide what problem their character is going to take on. And it's usually something that has personal meaning to them. So we hear these kids coming up with all kinds of great ideas. And then they take on these superpowers for their characters based on their real life strengths and also on the basic sciences. So they're learning about, physics and all these other great basic sciences, but they're using those to create superpowers for their characters to help solve this problem. They each get a daily doodle notebook, their very own personal notebook, and they record all their wonderful ideas. They grow them through time, through the 30 hours of programming that we offer. And they build these, they engineer these strong structures, and they learn how to work with cardboard, strengthening it, softening it, creating really cool attachment points so they can add lots of stuff to their headdress. And they build tools too. And so all of these headdresses and tools become ways that they solve their problem. It culminates in a pedestrian carnival, which is a casual parade in which they wear their costumes and they demonstrate how their costumes help them solve their problems. And we find that the kids really take on their character. They create a name for their character, a name for their world. It's a really, really fun course that helps the kids use their imagination, their divergent thinking. There's no right or wrong answers, but they are learning about math and geometry and science from the things that they make themselves. They're the creators and superheroes in their own world. So that's what we're offering at summer camp.
Awesome. Just a quick note that the Universe Within is a 2-week camp. Starts June 21st and goes through July 2nd. And the session is from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Santa Cruz Center.
Yep.
All right. Any questions about the Universe Within?
Ms. Schaefer, did you call it corrugated headgear?
Yes, we have a focus on being resourceful, and so we used clean recycled cardboard. Each kid gets their own STEM kit. We have them bring in found objects. We also offer wrapping paper. They decorate the headdresses, but they're welcome to bring in things too that they want to adorn their headdress with that represent special symbols and things in their world. So
awesome. Thank you.
Sounds exciting. So hurry and register for the Universe Within because we do not have very many spaces left. All right, so next, let's move on to Thrive and Mr. Ted Huntington. Thrive is a camp for high school students, grades 9 through 12.
All right, well, hello, Maya, and good morning, Santa Cruz Valley. It is so awesome to be able to be here, such a privilege and an honor to be invited down to come and spend some awesome time with your teens. So we've got an amazing group, an amazing team ourselves that we're bringing. We'll have about 4 or 5 of our camp instructors. It also includes some of our friends from the National Guard who actually grew up there in the Nogales area. And we are going to come down and present our Thrive program, which is going to include life skills, prevention, and social emotional components that just help empower our teens to not only get past, get through their challenges, but to thrive because of them. And we're going to do that in a dynamic and interactive and very relational manner. We're going to have music, we're going to have skits, there's going to be a talent show, dramas, and just interesting and amazing opportunities to have breakout sessions and to really just focus on your teens. So we can't wait. This is going to be an amazing time. We've been building up to this for a while, and we just love coming and having these amazing experiences with our young adults because they're so amazing, they're so creative, and it's just a blessing all the way around. So we can't wait, Maya. We've been gearing up, and as you say, gear up. We've been gearing up for this, getting ready, and we're excited, and can't wait to just explore the amazing youth that are in the Santa Cruz Valley.
Awesome. Thank you, Ted. So this camp is June 8th and June 9th. It's a 2-day camp. It runs from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we will also be at the Santa Cruz Center for this camp. And important to note, lunch will be provided, right, Ted?
Oh, yeah. You got to have food.
High schoolers are always hungry.
Yeah. Have food, we'll travel.
Okay, awesome. So this is a wonderful offering, especially for our kids who are, coming back from dealing with the pandemic and the stresses and anxiety they might have been feeling. And so this will be a nice way to kind of get reintroduced to a social setting.
You bet. And we're finding that our youth are coming out of this pandemic and they're wanting to really embrace, life right now, how to get over through past some of the challenges and really just springboard into their amazing futures. So this is just a perfect time for the students to just come in and in a relaxed, fun atmosphere, just really engage. So yeah, I agree with you, Maya, after the pandemic, and we're just going to springboard into this amazing new season that we have coming up.
Okay, great. So thank you very much. Grades 9 through 12, make sure you sign up for Thrive. By the way, incidentally, we have a online Google registration form that includes all 13 camps on it. If you've seen our flyer around town, there's a QR code and a link to access the Google registration form. You can also visit our website at www.c-creo.org. And there is a link there as well for you to access our registration form. Thank you, Ted. All right. Okay, so moving right along to another high school camp offered for 9th through 12th graders. This one is put on by Hector Treto and Paul Mendoza with Vibin. And it is called Social Media, Finding Your Voice. Wow. So when we started with our Gear Up cohort in the 7th grade, we would ask them, so what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Well, who do you want to be when you grow up? Or what do you want to do in your future? And they would always tell us, we want to be influencers. And at first we had to figure out what an influencer was, us older generation people. And so now that we know that so many of our kids are interested in how to use social media in a positive way. And so Hector, welcome.
No, thank you. Thank you for having me. Good morning, Santa Cruz County. And it's funny, the conversation that came out between Maya and Evan, talking about social media and influencers, and came up with this idea to create this camp out of the blue. And, I think when we think about social media, it's got like a lot of negative perceptions to it. And no matter what, we're connected, right? We have so much in the power of like a phone here. And going off of, what the cohorts from the Gear Up camp were talking about with influencers, we were thinking, well, like we're in a creator economy now. Now we have platforms to create anything that we're passionate about. You know, if you love plants like Evan and I do, like, you know, how to grow your plants, how to plant them, you know, all different kinds of plants. Or, you know, if you like traveling, or, you know, if you're really passionate and you want to create music, you know, you have a platform for doing those things. And social media gives us that power. But then there's a difference, right? To be a creator or a consumer. And there's so much more than just scrolling down a feed or, you know, double tapping for a heart. And that's the thing, what gave us so much power when we were creating our company. And so out of the blue, we wanted to create this camp where it's really teaching the students, you know, to find the right mindset, since we're in this creator economy, to give them the power and the tools of, like, you know, how as a company we began our journey. And so where, you know, we talk about 5 different things, where it's finding the right mindset, finding, you know, what your purpose and your passion is and what you want to pursue. And then you have to be yourself, teaching them that being themselves is the most empowering thing that they can do. And ultimately creating content that matters. And how do you do that? You know, how do you take a picture or shoot a video or create content for social media to essentially be that influencer? And that, you know, everybody starts at somewhere, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you get better as you go along, right? There's a process, you know, that we go through as we continue to grow or have this growth mindset. And ultimately, you know, teaching them the power of connecting through emotion with an audience. And you know, when we're communicating something, like what we say matters, how we say it matters, you know, especially in today's day and age, you know, connecting with an audience, because when you connect with people, you know, there's no telling what you can do, like to create a movement, to empower people, to educate people, you know, to be that expert. And lastly, it's like, well, what do you do next? You know, you have your purpose, you know, you have your voice, and you learn about being yourself, and you know how to create that content and connect with that audience. So what do you do next? What do you create with that following, with the audience that you've built? And so it's really about teaching kids that social media is a really powerful tool that we can use and leverage for things that we're passionate about. And so this camp is going to be super interactive, super engaging. The big surprise is that we actually are going to have 5 different mentors that have used social media in the same way that we have, and have, you know, become big influencers in their industries, that are doing things in their creative field. So I think it'll be an awesome opportunity, you know, for the students to connect, especially if that's something that they do want to pursue, whether it's a passion project or it's something that they can ultimately turn into a business. So we're super excited. We're super excited to have it.
Awesome, Hector. Sounds really, really interesting. And such a topic that interests our kids, right? So this camp is available for students grades 9 through 12, like we mentioned, all high school students around Santa Cruz County. The camp runs from June 14th through June 18th, from 3 to 5 in the afternoon. So just 2 hours in the afternoon, and we'll be down at the Santa Cruz Center for this camp as well. So go to summer school in the morning, guys, and then join us for camp in the afternoons. We'll be ready for you.
Maya, can I jump in real quick?
Yes.
There was a question about if there's any camps for special needs kids. And I just want to let you know, everybody's invited. Okay, it's all inclusive. Everybody's invited. And, you know, we'll work with you. Whatever situation it is, we'll work with it. So everybody's invited to these camps.
Yep. Definitely. Go ahead and call. You can call me, as a matter of fact. Phone number is 520-375-7947, and we can discuss what camps will be best for you and your children, okay? All right, so moving right along. Thank you, Hector. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to robotics. We have had Zigma Consulting and RoboEd with our summer camps. Oh my gosh, it's been about 4 years now, right, Brenda? Very popular camps. They are for elementary and middle school aged students around the county. We have 2 separate levels, one for elementary, one for middle school. The elementary camp is called The Coding Story. And the middle school camp is called RoboMaster. And so here with us today is Brenda Chavez, who will explain a little bit more about the robotics program.
Thank you, Maya. We're really excited to be going back, I think, for the third year. As Maya just told you, we are offering two different programs. The first one for elementary students, we're going to have two groups. And it's the first year we're going to be offering coding story, where students are going to learn code. And the exciting part is that they're going to be taking home a kit so they can practice everything they learned during the summer at home. And then we're offering RoboMaster to middle school students. This is a program we have previously offered. We are really excited to be doing it again with middle school students, and we are also going to have two groups for that program, the week of June 14 to 18. And students learn and develop a lot of different skills while working with these programs, such as teamwork, logical thinking, leadership, communication, and mathematical skills. But we also learn about the importance of listening to each other's ideas when creating and solving problems. So we hope to see you there. We're looking forward to meeting everyone. And I don't know, Maya, what else?
Okay, we'll share just a couple more details. These robotics camps for elementary age students are very popular, and so yes. Brenda and her team put in a full day's work. We do 2 sessions in the morning, we take a short lunch break, and then we do 2 sessions in the afternoon. We'll be sure to be sanitizing and wiping down all of the materials and supplies in between sessions. And so, like Brenda mentioned, the robotics camps run from June 14th through June 18th. We will be at the Santa Cruz Center for these camps. We have sessions going, 2-hour sessions for each group. Elementary age kids in the morning from 8 to 10, and then 10:30 to 12:30. And then the middle school kids in the afternoons from 1 to 3, and from 3:30 to 5:30. So on our online registration form, go ahead and just mark Coding Story or RoboMaster, depending on the ages of your children. And we will be placing those students in the sessions. These camps are almost at capacity. We will make waiting lists so that if someone doesn't show up on the first day, then we'll be calling people on our waiting list and inviting you to join the camp. And let's see, what else, Brenda? I think
something important for parents to know is that for elementary student kids, they're going to have their own material. So each one of them is going to have their separate material so they can work on it, and at the end they can take it home. In the case of the middle school students, we're going to be working also individually, and everything is going to be sanitized when we change the groups. So we're going to be really careful with all the
Definitely.
things. Yeah.
Definitely. And the grants program staff from Mr. Velasquez's office are always on hand at every camp, making sure that, especially for the elementary age students, that we receive them at the location, deliver them to the room where the camp is being held. We'll have sign-ins. We have liability waivers for parents to sign. And then also at the end of the camp, we'll escort your children to you in the parking lot, okay? Do a little handoff there. All right. So any questions about robotics? Okay. Moving right along. We're going to shift gears back to high school level and cybersecurity, something that's been in the news a lot lately. We have Manuel Felix Nogales High School alumni with us here today who is offering a really cool sounding cyber boot camp to high school age students. Actually, we're going to accept 8th graders as well now. 8th graders through 12th graders can sign up for this week-long study in cybersecurity, and I'll let Manuel explain a little bit more about it.
Thanks so much, Maya. I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today and to speak to some of the students and parents on the other end, although I can't see them. But as Maya briefly said, this program we're organizing and having the first cyber boot camp. The dates are from June 21st through the 25th. And this program is, I want to highlight that it's free and it's virtual for everyone that participates. And I think the fact that it's, we still want to be cautious and abide by security and safety protocols because of COVID. And I think it's a good setting because cybersecurity is a great environment to learn virtually anyway, because it's all computer led and computer, even the activities, project-based, hands-on activities, a lot of them are web-based or computers. So I always like to say to parents, if your son or daughter you find that they're very curious technologically, they're on their computers, they're assembling or disassembling, their monitors or their machines, I think this could be a great opportunity for them, right? Even if you find that they're playing video games all the time, try to think of how that creativity or what that interest within the video games could lead to a successful career in cybersecurity. So that's what this program will be, helping your son or your daughter pursue, or to think creatively as far as how that can help them lead and thrive in a cybersecurity job or in the workforce of the future. As Maya mentioned, cybersecurity, we see it nowadays pretty much on a daily basis on the news. There's a new hack. There was just a huge one a few weeks ago, the pipeline. And so, this is where the environment is moving towards. So the AZ Cyber Initiative, which is a nonprofit organization, is having this boot camp for high school students to have a unique opportunity to learn cybersecurity knowledge concepts and fundamentals that can cover anything from password cracking or security testing, forensic techniques. So if you think that hacking into someone's computer or into their cell phone is impossible, we'll be able to teach you not how to do it, right? So not you can hack into your sister or your brother's phone, but so you can learn how our enemies are trying to hack into our systems, into our computers, right? Cybersecurity is a subject that encourages teamwork. It encourages creative problem solving and logical thinking. And these are all qualities that truly contribute to the fact that cybersecurity related majors or education is amongst the highest paid after the first year out of college. So even as a high school student, if you learn cybersecurity skills, even the fundamentals, by the time if you're a freshman, by the time you're a sophomore or junior, you can already start looking for employment opportunities or internship opportunities that can pay you a very nice salary, especially for a high school student. And by the time you're in college, your background and that resume will be so much more marketable that you can be making a very high salary right off the bat. And that is something that we wish to offer as an opportunity especially to students in Santa Cruz County. Again, I'm from Nogales, so if there's, this is an opportunity to create and share those opportunities with students and their parents. So we're really excited about the Cyber Boot Camp. And another thing I like to highlight, the instructors for this program are cybersecurity students from the U of A that are in their master's or PhD level program, right? So they're learning this themselves, they're learning this content, and you'll be learning directly from them, right? What they're learning at a college level, instilling that knowledge onto your students at a high school level. But there's going to be a lot of lessons and there's going to be a lot of hands-on and project-based activities. So that way it's not all content related, but there's a lot of opportunities for you to, do a lot of what you're learning on your end on the computer. All you need, I want to highlight as well, all you need is access to Wi-Fi and to a computer. Everything will be provided to you. There won't be anything, you won't have to make any purchases. And in fact, we'll there's a flyer that I'm sure Maya has, so hopefully we can share to students and their parents that you can easily click the link and it'll take you to one of our interest forms. And once we collect all that information, we'll also ask for your address so we can send some cool shirts and some cool swag to all the camp participants. So we're very excited. And again, it's free and it's virtual. So whether you're visiting your grandparents for the summer, whether you're at home, whether you're vacationing with your parents, I think that's what's great about this opportunity, that you can access it and participate from wherever you are. And feel free to reach out to me directly or to Maya with any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them.
All right. Thank you, Manny. So just to remind you, the camp is week-long. It is from June 21st through June 25th. And the camp hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. And virtual. Okay, so please reach out with any questions.
So Maya, can I jump in real quick?
Of course.
So Manuel, thank you so much for being, it's great to have a local person come back, an alumni come back and share their knowledge and their experience with the youth here. Paula, you're out there in Patagonia. Thank you so much for giving back to the community. It's a big deal when people come back and help out. And Manuel, just on a personal note, I got an email from a prince from another country. I can't remember. And there's a link for me to click on. And he says if I click on it, I'll get a bunch of money. Should I do it, Manuel?
Absolutely. No, I'm
okay,
kidding.
Perfect.
It sounds real to me.
I'll let you know how it goes.
If you do get the money, I'll have to take 50% of it because I encourage you to click on it.
Because of the consulting fee. All right.
Yeah.
Drive a hard bargain, Manuel. I'll tell you how it goes.
Yeah. But thank you for the opportunity to be here, Chris, and to Mr. Velasquez as well. I appreciate it.
Of course.
So Manny mentioned something that we hadn't mentioned yet. These camps are all free. Absolutely free, available to any Santa Cruz County student out there. So please join us, guys. Our deadline is quickly approaching for registration. It's actually Friday, May 28th. So make sure you get yourselves registered for these camps. So we have more, guys. We are not done yet. We have Evan Corey, our Santa Cruz County Arts for Learning Director, with us here today, and our Gear Up Learning by Design Success Coach. He's got some really amazing Gear Up for Arts offerings to tell you about. So hi, Evan.
Hi, Maya. Thank you. And hello, Santa Cruz County. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you to all of our amazing camp instructors. These offerings are incredible. There's so much variety and a lot to experience here. So as Maya mentioned, we have several arts programs this coming up in June, which we're very excited about, especially since they're taking place downtown in Nogales. We'll be sort of housed in the Nogales Community Development Building, which is the old Foxworth. And we have 4 camps for the Gear Up program. The first is Community Mural Design. And in that program, we have 3 professional muralists who will be joining us and helping our students paint new murals downtown. We have 3 big walls that have been donated for this initiative. So students are invited to participate in this process of learning how to paint a mural and design a mural with who are out there painting all over the place. The second camp is Downtown Photography Showcase. And as we all know, we have so many interesting historical buildings downtown that have a great story to tell, but we don't really know what they're about, what they are. So through this photography camp, we'll be walking downtown and exploring them and learning the history along the way while we take artistic pictures and create a showcase at the end that highlights all of these beautiful buildings with great characteristics. And that's with a wonderful photographer who's local here. The third camp is Video Marketing Creation Studio. And in this camp, students will learn how to make commercials and promotional videos, how to edit them, how to create logos, how to just be very, how to use the tools we have to create video content. Kind of like what Hector was saying about social media. This is a way to learn how to make amazing videos. The fourth camp is mixed media, and that will be all kinds of drawing and painting projects. And that one actually will be housed at the Santa Cruz Center because we have a wonderful facility there, the Imagination Center, which is a fully stocked art studio. And we'll have lots of materials for students to make their projects, and should be a lot of fun. And even if you're not in Gear Up, which is students going into 10th grade, we invite you to register because we may have openings. And if we don't fill them up, we'll call people that are not in the Gear Up program because we want to take advantage of these wonderful offerings. And actually a fifth art camp that we need to mention as well is paper making. And that's offered to elementary and middle school students. And that'll be at La Linea Art Studio downtown on Morley Avenue, which is the building in between the old Woolworth and the old JCPenney, right by the border. And it's a wonderful new art studio. It's full of art right now. And Nanette, who's a paper maker, will teach students how to make paper from scratch using pulp and found materials. She puts it all in the blender, and then you have screens, and it's in the water. It's a very hands-on, super fun process. I think anyone who does it will have a great time. So we invite you to sign up for these amazing arts camps. June is going to be an amazing time, I think, for everyone.
It is going to be a lot of fun, Evan.
Yeah.
Definitely. So like we said, our deadline to sign up for camps is May 28th, which is just a few days away. And we mentioned that we only have online registration now, but what we are going to do on Friday, the deadline, May 28th, is we are going to set ourselves up outside the county complex. Outside our building here, we'll be under a tent, and we'll hold paper registration for anybody who would like to come down that maybe doesn't have access to internet or is just having a hard time. Sometimes our link doesn't work for some people, or whatever the issue is, you can come on down and register for the camps with us here outside the county complex on Friday between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. All right.
That is awesome, Maya. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you so much. It's going to be a wonderful summer. And like I mentioned before, we got Manuel, Paula, they're both from Santa Cruz County. We got Hector and Evan, I didn't even mention, they're also from Santa Cruz County. So we're able to have the people who grew up here, who are from here, who live here, come back and work with our youth, that's what community is all about. And Brenda, Ted, we love having you in the county. It's going to be an awesome summer.
Yeah, and two of our team are from
Yeah, you had mentioned
Dallas.
that. Exactly. So it's going to be a Santa Cruz party all summer. We love it. Thank you so much, you guys. Maya, thank you so much for guiding us through the program today. Edgardo from We Love Nogales, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Everybody, get your kids out of the house, get them in these camps, get them talking to kids again, face to face. We love to see it, and we love to provide these opportunities. Mr. Velasquez loves to see the kids working together and sharing experiences. So thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Edgardo, and we'll see you next time on the Santa Cruz County School Superintendent's Office Educational Forum. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.